What is up, people? Welcome to another episode of Fresh Take, and I got T with me.
Hey up, fools. What's up?
All right, now this is our usual end of the year best of, worst of, and utterly disappointed by for 2016. So first, we're going to tackle the worst of and utterly disappointed by for the movie side of life, and then we'll go into TV and Netflix. We'll put TV and Netflix together because let's be honest, a lot of the Netflix shows are basically TV shows or stuff that would have been on TV it had not, Netflix swooped it up. So starting off with 2016, 2016 to me was an up and down year as far as movies are concerned. Wasn't really bad. Had some great movies in there, but then there were some really bad ones too, as you will hear. But I think I'll start this one off. My worst of movie for the year, completely just that was horrible. Gods of Egypt.
Oh boy, you took it.
Oh, that thing was horrible. And I don't know what's worse, a Scottish Egyptian god or a British Egyptian god. I don't know what's worse.
Man, that movie had so many wrongs.
I mean, the sad thing about it was one black guy.
Right.
The whole damn movie.
And he was kind of comic relief.
Yeah.
I cringe, man.
Yeah, that movie was just I can't believe they actually did it. And then had the nerve to get mad that people were calling them out on it. I'm sorry, Alex Proyas. You're one of my favorite directors, but dude, you know you effed up with that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You should know better.
Yeah,
you are a much better director than that.
Yeah, you should have known better. There was nothing else to be said at the trash that was that movie. So you got one?
Was that this year? I'm trying to remember.
It was
No. Yeah, I know. Gods of Egypt was. I'm thinking of the one I'm thinking of. Was Minions this year?
Oh, I gotta look.
I feel like that.
I want to say it was.
I think so.
I want to say it was this year. Nope, it was last year, 2015.
Oh, okay, never mind then. For some reason I was thinking it was this year. Okay, that's weird. See, my problem is I can spot bad movies, so I don't go see them.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I used to be like that, but some of them like, okay, maybe this might actually work. I actually like this director.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen a bad movie this year. I mean, I know they've existed. I didn't see Gods of Egypt. Well, I didn't see it in theaters. I eventually came around and saw it.
Oh, you did yourself a favor.
So I knew this was going to be so hard for me because these days I'm really good at spotting like bad movies.
You good at spotting trash. All right. What about your utterly disappointed?
What about Zoolander? Was Zoolander 2 this year?
I think I swear that was this year.
Yeah, I'll take that. Even though I didn't see it, I knew it was going to be garbage, and it was. I think that was this year.
Oh yeah, that was February. Yep, that was February.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I did not go watch that movie because I'm just like, you ain't getting me again. I watched the first one. No, I ain't like the first one. And when everybody was saying the first one was so funny, nah.
Yeah.
The hell with that.
I was. I mean, I thought it was kind of funny, but it got on my nerves more than most anything. So I wasn't that looking forward to the sequel or anything. But even the people that liked the first one hated this one. So
I never understood how they made enough money to do a sequel. But yeah, I just didn't understand it. But I mean, I'll give you that one. Now, as far as like utterly disappointed, as far as movies were, my damn X-Men, man.
Oh boy.
X-Men Apocalypse, man.
But you saw that coming though.
I was holding out hope, man. I was holding out hope because it's my favorite Marvel villain in Apocalypse, and I should have known better because I should have known better than to trust Bryan Singer with anything with the words X and men in it. And
yeah,
he is, especially after watching Rogue One and hearing James Earl Jones do the voice of Vader once again. It just cemented in my mind that Apocalypse should have been CG'd and James Earl Jones should have done the voice. it just cemented that in my mind. No disrespect to Oscar Isaac, because I like Oscar Isaac. He's a hell of an actor, but he ain't no damn Apocalypse. He don't have the voice or the bearing for it.
He don't have the physicality.
Yeah, he can't. He doesn't intimidate me. I'm not intimidated by Oscar Isaac. I'm sorry. I go drinking with the dude, but he don't intimidate me. So I'm, and then just the amount of issues with that movie and people. I think what made me mad more was the people that were sitting up defending it. That just made it. That just made me even mad. And then saying that like it was better than Batman versus Superman and Deadpool. I'm get the hell out of here. You know, at that point.
Let me tell you something before you continue. I would have just let you know this because this was your biggest disappointment, right? Yeah. So Time Magazine has a worst movies of 2016, and guess who's number one?
Who?
X-Men Apocalypse. X-Men Apocalypse, at least on Time Magazine's list, beat Dirty Grandpa.
Holy crap.
Beat Brothers Grimsby. Beat what else? Zoolander 2. Now You See Me 2. Cafe Society. Not a good year for what's his name? The guy who played Lex Luthor.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, not a good year for Jesse Eisenberg as far as bad movies. He's in 2 of them. What they threw Batman and Superman in, that's a lie. But
yeah,
that's just pandering. Yeah. But yeah, he's in 3 of the movies in the top worst of 2016. That's pretty bad for him. But yeah, so that's what X-Men Apocalypse did. It beat all those.
And that's the thing. I'm like, you can't. I can't talk to you if you defending that movie. I'm sorry. Like and then especially if you tell me that that's good, but you mad at like Civil War and freaking Deadpool. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, we can't talk about movies.
Sometimes the fan outrage is right. Remember when fans were, I guess outraged about the Turtles, the toys and stuff before, and the costumes before the movie came out.
Yep.
Turns out they were right about that, dud.
Yeah.
Same thing with this. When we saw the first pictures of Apocalypse, this is gonna be awful.
And he looked like Ivan Ooze.
Yeah, Ivan Ooze. Oh, no, and then you had to. Oh no, that's just the lighting isn't in the movie setting or whatever. All his
doesn't look like that in the final cut.
Right. Just same thing they were saying for Wolverine, by the way. X-Men, not the Wolverine, X-Men Apocalypse, or not X-Men Apocalypse. Listen to me. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
They were saying the same stuff. Oh no, that CG isn't finished. That's okay. Apparently, when the movie came out, they still hadn't finished the CG on the claws in that movie. So,
and one of the biggest gripes that I have with that movie is the mere fact that one of my favorite scenes in there shouldn't even been in there to begin with because I wanted to leave. I like the scene, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Was it the weapon?
Yeah, the Weapon X breakout.
Okay, I didn't want to. I don't know if you were trying to not spoil something. Or
no, I don't care at this point.
I think you should. Probably know by now anyway.
Yeah. The problem is, and once again, this goes back to Bryan Singer. Like he screwed up the Weapon X breakout in X2.
Yeah.
But people gave it a pass. That's why he put it back in there because all that happened. That's why X-Men Origins had to happen the way it happened.
Right.
Because of X2. So he fixes it in this movie, but the problem is if Wolverine ain't gonna help out in that final battle, what was the point?
Right.
That was 15 minutes. You could have cut off the time. Oh, and not to mention the fact that you made a big deal out of casting Jubilee, an Asian American actress as Jubilee, and you put it in there for all of 4 minutes.
4 damn minutes.
She don't do jack. Bryan Singer, you have failed this city. So
nice.
That being said, yeah, that was my biggest disappointment. And now
can I give my biggest disappointment of 2016?
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't have been because I should have known better. But I still was disappointed because nostalgia. And that would be Independence Day Resurgence.
Why did you do that to yourself?
I just had an inkling of hope that it would at least be B movie like
A
schlock.
fun B movie, fun.
Yeah, like fun B movie schlock, but it wasn't even that. It was just like dumb and boring and dumb. Like, and it was so pandering to like the Chinese audience. It was so obvious. And it's just like, oh my gosh, what a bunch of trash.
So they were hoping that he would pull like a Transformers Extinction and trying to save it.
Yeah, I was hoping something would like, Will Smith obviously hadn't want nothing to do with it.
He read that script.
He read the script. He was like, nope. But I just had hope that maybe some of the he wanted more money stuff was true. And that's why he didn't do it. No, he was the script. Yeah.
Like,
so.
I had to get attached to this bullshit.
I mean, because the first one it's a fun. It knows what it is. It is B movie schlock, but it does it really well. It knows what it is. This was just like, I don't know what this crap was.
Let me ask you, do you think it was a cash grab that was like 10, 20 years too late?
It definitely felt like it, right? It felt like, there's a lot of, Independence Day fans out. Yeah, 10 years ago, maybe you still have some stragglers, but you waited 10 years too long for this one. And that's exactly what it was. It's like, we can make the big blockbuster, summer movie. We have that nostalgia with people who love the first movie. And look at all the actors are back except for Will Smith. But even though he's the one that made this movie, but no, you care about Jeff Goldblum's dad and those kids on the bus. That's amazing stuff. No, it was terrible. It was terrible. So yeah, that was my biggest disappointment. It shouldn't have been, but it was.
Yeah, man. For every good movie we got, it was like 3 bad ones. But
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Bad ones, and they all seem to come out around the same time. But that being said, let's move on to some positivity. Positive. So first, before we do our best of what we think the best movie was of 2016, let's do our pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise first, then we'll do best of. So I'll let you go first. What's your pleasant surprise?
I think I'm gonna steal yours.
Go for it.
Maybe my pleasant surprise was Deadpool. Easy. Like I like Deadpool. I like the character. I like the comic. But I was really, because those trailers to me weren't that great. Those early trailers. Oh no,
they weren't.
And yeah. And I was worried that, man, Ryan Reynolds is gonna wear me out with Ryan Reynoldsisms. I was like, because that is part of Deadpool's character. He's quippy and stuff, and it's just
he doesn't shut up.
He doesn't shut up, and Ryan Reynolds doesn't shut up, and he's quippy, and this is going to be a train wreck. And it was gorgeous. It was a perfect match, as it should have been. But like I said, those trailers had me worried. The initial trailers and stuff, and I just think the movie was so hard to explain. You kind of had to just see it. It's hard to explain in a quick little trailer, and that's why the trailers weren't that great. To me, I know some people like the trailers, so I didn't.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so that was definitely easily my biggest surprise, one of my favorite movies of the year. So Deadpool.
I will co-sign on that, but you know what got me was the marketing for Deadpool.
The marketing was perfect. Yes, the marketing was perfect. Yes,
like the when he went and actually made a Nicholas Sparks stand-in that they were putting in theaters to make people think it was a Nicholas Sparks movie. That crap was funny too.
Oh my gosh!
Because I'm sitting there looking, and I'm like, I was in my theater, and I'm like, there gonna be some women who think this is a chick flick because they showed Ryan Reynolds and Miranda background like they sitting on a Nicholas Sparks pier, and they're like, this ain't what you think it is. This is not what you think it is. Your man is happy that you want to go see this because I don't have to lie to you. But yeah, and it's just the way he did it. The NBA Christmas Day thing that he did with the cardigan, that was funny.
Yeah,
and the cancer, the prostate cancer, that was funny.
Yeah, it was. All the jokes pretty much landed. The friend was as dry as I thought he would be. He didn't change for me from the trailer. The bartender guy. I can't remember his name.
T.J. Miller.
Yeah, T.J. Miller.
That's
Like
who I thought was gonna be too over the top.
I did. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be. He was fine. He wasn't. Yeah, he was just a little weird. He was fine though. I was worried about him for sure, and he turned out to be okay. And he was a good anchor for Deadpool's character. So it was a good movie, man. It's a good movie. I immediately went out and bought it. So.
Oh yeah, I did too. I did too. I'm like, I gotta keep this going. But all right, my pleasant surprise. See, my pleasant surprise was like between 4 movies because there were some good movies that I liked, but my favorite is probably going to be known because I'm a comic book head.
Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, right?
Yeah, I'm all in for Mila Jovovich. No, but my pleasant surprise is actually Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
I did not expect to enjoy that movie. Because my big fear was that once again Warner Brothers and DC was going to make this ultra serious Christopher Nolan-esque movie with Harley Quinn acting like Deadpool.
Even after the trailers, like the trailers to me, like I loved the Suicide Squad, but the trailers were even better than the movie actually.
Yeah, and a couple of like the first, like the international trailer was one that kind of got me to want to see it. But I think like when I got in the theater, when I got into the movie, when they did like the stuff with Deadshot and when they did the stuff with Diablo, that blew me away. Now there were some problems with the movie. I'm not saying there weren't any problems with the movie, but it was a pleasant surprise because to me they did what they needed to. They laid the groundwork for like what it was a fun movie for me.
Yeah, I really like Diablo. Not a lot of people talk about his character when they talk about that movie, but I liked him a lot.
Yeah, he did a great job, and like especially when they at the bar scene.
Oh man, yeah,
the bar scene by itself, especially with him when he's going to tell him why he won't fight. You understand. Why
heartbreaking, man, heartbreaking.
I understand why he is the way he is, and then at the end to see him actually be like, you know what, the hell with it. I ain't letting nobody else get killed because he's the only one who can stand up to the dude, basically. So it has to be him. So I actually that was my pleasant surprise because I first of all, let me be honest, I love myself some Margot Robbie. She's awesome, and I'll pretty much watch almost anything she's in, but. She did an excellent job as Harley Quinn, even though there was a couple times I'm like, are you trying to sound like Tara Strong? But you know, I did like her as Harley Quinn. Will Smith nailed it. Viola Davis scared the hell out of me.
Oh man, she's menacing.
So I enjoyed the movie with its problems. I did enjoy that movie, and I think a lot of people, if you just sit down and watch it as just strip away your preconceived notions about what you think DC should be doing and just watch it. You'll find a fun film. In my opinion. So that was my pleasant surprise of 2016. Now, my favorite movie of 2016, and it's out of 2 of them. It's out of a movie that came out recently, and it's out of a movie that came out in May. You may know what that movie is. Civil War.
Civil War.
I gotta give it to Captain America Civil War. Look, you can say what you want to, but Marvel knows how to make you sit down in that theater and watch their movies at least once.
They do.
But this one, I enjoyed it because of the setup, how they set it up. I think Chris Evans has done an excellent job as Steve Rogers.
Yeah, he's perfect.
And the way they portrayed Baron Zemo as, look, he knows he can't beat him, so he's just gonna make them fight each other. That to me was the best way of doing it. You got to see both sides of the conflict. You got to see a villain who, look, I'm not finna act crazy. I'm not finna sit up here and act like I ain't got no, I need Ritalin or anything. I am going to pit the two of you together. You're gonna see me pitch y'all against each other. And since I know I can't beat you, I'm just gonna watch you kill each other. The X Factor was I shouldn't have killed King T'Chaka.
Right.
That's what I should have did. But You can't make an album without breaking some eggs. So that being said, though, especially the by far the best action sequence I ever seen in that airport battle, where everybody got to shine.
That was pretty good there.
Yeah,
and you could easily mess up a scene like that, and they nailed it. I think
they nailed it. And the best two characters of the movie is one, the main reason why Fox won't do a deal with Marvel, because they know if Marvel gets X-Men back, it's going to do better than they ever did. Because look at what Marvel did with Spider-Man.
Right.
In the movie for 20 minutes, better than anything Sony ever came up with. It ain't even one of them like you arguably. No, it ain't arguably. It is.
Oh, no, it's definite. Yeah.
It's pretty much etched in stone now. And then Chadwick Boseman, man, bruh, I'm so amped up for Black Panther. I mean, he nailed Black Panther. He nailed T'Challa.
Oh, he was great. He was great. So,
and
like, I had seen him in other movies, and I was like, I don't know if he fits Black Panther. Never mind.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Never mind.
I was like, man, because it had gotten to a point where he became the go-to biopic black dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It came to that point where I'm like, okay, man, in a couple months they're gonna have you playing Malcolm X again. They're gonna do it on the Malcolm X movie. You're gonna be in it. Yeah, dude, he is T'Challa. He nailed that character. So I am so looking forward to Black Panther. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. I loved Civil War. I thought they did an excellent job with it, even though like some people are mad because they're like, well, they kind of patched things up at the end. Not really. All Captain America said was, look, man, I'm sorry. And if you need me, call me.
Yep.
That's all he said. They ain't really patched nothing up because, first of all, let's be honest. Tony Stark is too much of a dick to them.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, we already know that. And you already know who's coming. They're gonna have to team back. They're gonna have to get back, come back on equal terms. You know who's coming.
Big Boy ain't playing around, so
yeah. So you know who's coming. So it's only a matter of time when he pick up that phone and call.
He's been coming for like 8 movies now. So
yeah, but now he gets here,
and now he's here. He's here now.
Yeah. So yeah, my favorite movie of 2016. It was a close one out of Rogue One and Civil War, but I got to give it to Civil War because that was just amazing to me, in my opinion. But all right, T, what's yours?
I haven't seen Rogue One, so I'm gonna have to disqualify that one. I haven't seen it yet. I will see it probably tomorrow. Man, as a DC fanboy, it is hard for me to do this, but it's honest truth. Deadpool's the favorite. I mean, it was so early in the year.
That's a lot. That movie's a favorite on everybody's list, man.
Yeah, it's just like because it surprised me so much, and nothing else really ever hit all the, or checked all the boxes for me this year. I can't give it to Batman v Superman. I can't give it to Suicide Squad only because of the third act. Like the third act.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for the way it was handled, that would have been probably my favorite movie of the year. But I have zero complaints. I came out of that movie not only surprised, but I can't pick a flaw. I can't find a flaw with that movie. It was the perfect movie for me this year. So I have to give it to Deadpool for sure.
Got to give it to DP, man.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would agree because just by the sheer fact that most people went back to see that movie like 4 or 5 times, it was still in theaters when this DVD was out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That ought to tell you something.
And it didn't hurt either one of them. The DVD sold well, Blu-ray sold well, and the movie kept up. People kept wanting to see it. So
I mean, because I remember because they pushed the DVD out early because they thought it wasn't gonna sell.
Yeah.
Boy, was Fox wrong.
They were wrong about that one.
Yeah, they bet on the wrong horse. They thought Apocalypse was gonna be there. No, it was Deadpool.
And honestly, like 2016 to me is kind of a down year. And because there were quite a few disappointments, I think, this year.
Yeah.
But 2017 looks freaking amazing right now. So
I'm hoping.
boy,
That's why I hadn't said nothing
yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
I'm
we
hoping
can talk
because
about that quickly if you want.
I have been
But yeah, I'm hoping.
Because the problem, to me, the problem with 2016 as far as movies are concerned was for every good movie we got, it was like the next month we had either a mediocre or just straight up horrible movie. Then the next month we have an awesome movie, and then the next month we have
it was so disjointed.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it was. Like,
it wasn't like hit after hit after hit, and then a couple of months where we got low, and then it's back up. No, it was like every other month was like, God damn it, this movie sucks.
I think we all have to agree. In November, the worst film of the year was the presidential election. That thing was terrible.
Oh
that
yeah,
was just that was awful. So maybe that had tainted the rest of the year. You know, tainted the year.
It kind of did.
Can I give an honorable mention though? As far as disappointment, and this is different than just being a movie I was looking forward to. Can I give a shout out to Assassin's Creed, man? Like,
the movie that's gonna break the curse, right?
Oh man, right. You had Fassbender, and
how you get
Fassbender,
Michael K. Williams, Jeremy Irons, Marion Cotillard. How you get all these actors?
You get these people,
and the movie
movies are done. Oh man, like, so I'm disappointed because it just, you got all this talent in the movies, lame, but also from a video gamer aspect, we have another dud of a video game movie, and that's, to me, even worse. So maybe next year. I don't know what's coming as far as video game movies, but
here's the thing: stop trying to do freaking live action, man. I done told people, look.
But no, I hear you. I understand why you say live action, but it can be done.
It can be done.
It can work.
But the problem is the wrong people are doing them.
Yeah, I don't.
The wrong people are doing them.
Assassin's Creed should have been a badass movie. Like,
but you gotta understand, this ain't Japan.
Yeah.
Japan know how to do their movies right.
They do. They do.
Like, when you go see Rurouni Kenshin, that's a good movie. It came from an anime, from a manga anime to a live action movie. 3 live action movies that were awesome. Some of the best sword fighting scenes I've ever seen in film.
But they don't. They don't have Hollywood meddling.
Yeah,
maybe that was a good movie there, but this freaking studio had stepped in. We want a blockbuster, or we want, like, put this in and change this, and
no, we don't want a blockbuster. We just want a good damn movie.
We want a good damn movie. I'm
like, we owe one. The last one that we could claim was decent was the first Mortal Kombat, and
that's a little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, and that's because it bit Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, it totally ripped Enter the Dragon plot setup and everything.
So
all the way to having a Bruce Lee like character.
Yeah, all the way. So
all the way through there. So
I'm still hoping against hope, but I'm sorry. Hollywood needs to be stopped.
The wrong people. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it has something to do with licensing, because licensing is an issue not just for movies. Sometimes it's an issue for video games. If you get a movie license or something to tie into a video game, some of those are the worst games ever. The worst game I ever played in my entire life was a licensed movie game called The Crow: City of Angels. That is the worst.
That game was horrible.
The movie was terrible, but the game was atrocious. It was just unplayable, literally unplayable. Like, that game was not finished.
Mine
they
was
put it out.
Path of Neo.
Really? I like Path of Neo.
I had it on the PS2. It didn't play right.
Oh, really? I had it on Xbox, so maybe that's.
Yeah, you probably had a better version.
Maybe it was better. Yeah.
Yeah. So. I feel your pain.
I think they spend all the money getting the license, and then they don't get the talent right. They don't get. I'm not just talking about the actors. They'll get a big name actor or two, but they don't get the right creative people, the people who produce, the people who direct, to make these things work.
because I'm looking on IMDb. All right, so the budget was 125 mil.
125. You know what I could do with 125
Yeah.
I,
Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Here's the conundrum of Assassin's Creed. What's the best part of Assassin's Creed?
when he's the assassin.
Yeah.
And
What's the worst part of Assassin's Creed games?
The animalist when he's outside and in the regular world, the real world.
Yeah.
And they spent more time in the real world than they did in the
Nobody wants to see the real world. We live in that.
Yeah.
Take us to the past and leave us there.
Yeah.
For a good chunk of the movie.
I mean, I think another issue to me, this is just, my opinion, is that it needed to be a relatable location, I guess, era. Something like I thought Assassin's Creed 3, the game. I initially picked it up because I liked the whole time period in the game. About the Revolutionary War and stuff. That was what drew me in. What was the movie time period? I don't I don't even know. No. Huh?
Oh, this movie?
Yeah, the movie.
All it said was Spanish Inquisition.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Spanish Inquisition, that was, on paper and in the books was interesting, but nobody knows about the Spanish Inquisition that isn't in high school, history class right now. Nobody, it's not one of those things that stick with you, like Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War II, even.
Why didn't they just go to one that was fun? I know.
Why didn't they set it in World War II?
Yeah, or something like that. Something
like England or somewhere during that. That would have been more interesting.
And that would have been great.
Yeah, I just think that
already have Michael Fassbender. So
yeah, perfect. Yeah. Look, I just cast you. I just set you up in a movie that's gonna make you $400 million right there.
Yeah, or just do something, because my favorite Assassin's Creed game is 4, Black Flag. Why? Because the pirates are off the chain.
I mean, who don't like pirates?
Yeah. So you got to take it to an era where it's either going to be fun or it's an era where people have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Spanish Inquisition, that was so dreary.
Yeah. It sounds bad.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how much say Ubisoft had in it. I don't think they had much. So, because right now they got once again on IMDb, they got writing credits, but here's the thing. Some of the writing credits, they are the people from the first few games, like Jade Raymond, Corey May, and Patrick Dillsets. But guess what? They didn't write this movie.
Yeah, you get writing credits for just being a person who wrote the story.
Oh yeah, on the game. That's what they did.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know who these writers are. I'm like, that's the problem.
Right. And when you see 7, 8, 9 writers, it's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be a problem. Yeah. So I want to go. I'll put it like this. I've heard so much bad stuff about this movie to the point where I'm just like, should I?
People I really trust as far as reviewing movies thought it was lame, just boring and just long, and it didn't work.
Yeah, so I feel people's pain on it, but at the same time, I kind of feel like this is probably not the best game to go with. In the fact that in the game itself, the most boring parts that don't nobody like is the real world stuff. Everybody likes when you go to the time period stuff.
Yeah,
don't nobody like being
stay there. You can come back.
Open the movie out with it, but don't come back to it.
Yeah, and if you we got these actors. Like Jeremy Irons and Marion, how you say her name? Marion Cotillard.
Marion Cotillard.
Yeah, you have them. You're like, well, they're only outside the Animus. They're only in the existing world. Well, you can you can cast them. You can do what other movies have done, even a Back to the Future. Put them in inside that too. Who's to say they don't have people to look like them in that time period? You
got a point. You got a good point.
You could easily have done it and make them a different character. That would have been interesting. That would have been fun. So again, like I said, man, I know, I'm a little bit biased here, but I know I could make a good video game adaptation, movie. And that's what drives me so crazy about this. A live action one too, not just obviously animated ones would be easier because you have more control. But I think we just came up. We pitched a good era or more fun stuff, or more interesting stuff like Civil War and like the pirate stuff. Like there's a lot of interesting storytelling in the video games. Why don't you use some of that stuff?
And on top of that, since we know they're never gonna go to Japan in the movies.
Yeah, why not?
They're never gonna do it.
Yeah,
go to Japan, shoot. But that's
interesting, very interesting.
I feel your pain on that because, like I said, I'm waiting for a good one myself because all it takes is one.
Yeah,
all it takes is one. So
to show everybody else how to do it, and then like, oh, that's what happened with superhero movies. It just took, Spider-Man pretty much got it roll. Like X-Men, they give X-Men the credit, but I give Blade and Spider-Man more of the credit.
Yeah, because Blade was first. Blade was 98.
Blade was 98, right? And people were like, "Oh, we could do serious stuff. We don't have to do this campy stuff."
Yeah,
and people got it.
Then Batman Begins in 2005.
Batman Begins changed everything. Yeah,
and then Robert Downey Jr. just had to say he was Iron Man at the end of 2008.
Perfect casting. They threw that damn Iron Man song in there, and it was just like, yes.
And then you knew they was trying to do Avengers because Sam Jackson showed up.
Sam Jackson showed up like, oh, they're not messing around now.
Marvel, ever since then, Marvel has pretty much destroyed the
movie industry. Yeah.
Because now everybody want to do a universe.
Everybody. I mean, you got, what was this? You had like people talking about a movie monsters universe. That's why you got the Mummy coming out.
Yep.
They tried with Dracula Untold. That failed.
That failed horribly.
Yeah, horribly. So they're gonna drop Mummy. I think Frankenstein's coming back around. Yeah, they're trying to build like a shared universe with the Universal monsters. It's hilarious.
Which the problem is, and you want to know why those movies are gonna fail, and then we'll go to TV. But I'll tell you why the movie's gonna fail. They're trying to be too serious. You can't.
Those movies worked back in the day because they were funny, campy.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't got to go full camp, but
no. Yeah.
You are entirely too serious.
Yeah, you just way too serious.
Yeah,
everybody's doesn't know how to. There's no smiles in the trailers. Nobody's having fun. Like it's like even like the Mummy that came out. What was that? 97,
99. The Stephen Sommers one with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Stephen Sommers. Like even that one, it knew what it was. It was campy. There were serious moments. There was moments we were worried about people dying and stuff, but it knew what it was.
Yeah, it was an action adventure movie.
It was action adventure. It was swashbuckling kind of, Pirates of the Caribbean style fun.
Yeah, and that's all we wanted.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Like, we don't need nothing serious. And then we got Tom Cruise running again.
The worst thing about
every damn movie.
Yeah.
That dude need to be a triathlete.
the worst thing about the original
Offset.
The baddest thing about the Mummy movies and the sequel was the damn CG for The Rock because the Scorpion came out atrocious.
It was atrocious. Yeah.
But those movies, they nailed it. They got the Indiana Jones type of feel. That's what it needs.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be serious. You just can't be serious
with a mummy. It just it doesn't work.
Do it. I mean, no, you need to have fun. I mean, people want to go to the theater and have a good time. Not everybody want to go to the theater to be freaking depressed.
Yeah,
when they leave.
But our mummy is a female.
I'm like, okay, so somebody probably gonna holler at her. But still,
there was a female mummy in the those Summers movies too.
I mean, because the old girl was fine.
She was fine.
I mean, Patricia Valesky, come on now. But
gorgeous.
I mean, she ain't had no. Never mind.
We're veering off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, but let's move on to our Netflix / TV. We'll put that all together.
Yes.
So, okay. This is gonna be hard for me. No, not really. Let's go Netflix. Netflix it first, because my worst one for Netflix is one I just watched, and that was that Pacific Heat, the Archer ripoff. Yeah, I was wrong. I was so wrong. I'm sorry, people. I assumed I was like, okay, because you see the trailer, you're like, okay, it's obvious it's a rip on Archer, but maybe they're gonna throw something different in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That was the longest 13 episodes.
Oh man,
I've ever seen in my life. Because I'm like, so I did chuckle a couple times, but other than that, I was just like, this is stupid, but it ain't funny stupid. It's just dumb. Like every character is dumb. Every like one of them is like, even the smart girl, her emotional issues just like I'm like I can't deal with y'all. I can't, and I guess they thought it would be funny talking over, having all the characters talk over each other.
Mm-hmm.
Not when they're all idiots.
I try to do that kind of like improv feeling, kind of
ad libbing and
ad libbing stuff. Yeah,
it didn't work. The animation quality wasn't that great. And I just I no.
Nope.
I'm never doing that again.
Nope.
I took that out my list. I'm never doing that again. I was hoping that it would pick up at some point. It didn't. So no, I'm never doing that again. Now for best of on Netflix, I got two of them. I'm sorry, people. I couldn't just do one. I got two. One of them is Luke Cage. Y'all already know how I feel about the movie. We need not discuss it anymore. And the other one is Voltron.
Oh, I haven't seen Voltron yet. It's on my to-do list.
I loved the hell out of that. I hated all them cliffhangers, but I loved the hell out of it. Nice. I mean, they did a great job of mixing Go Line and the actual Voltron shows together. Because, if you saw that season 2 trailer, I think I know who's gonna bite it. But that being said, I enjoyed the hell out of it. That Voltron was amazing. The art, the animation was amazing. The voice acting was good. I'm sorry, Glenn fans, but that's why he had to die. And Glenn from Walking Dead does the voice of Keith. Yeah, that's cool. So he had to die. So I am so looking forward to season 2, and it comes out in January. Nice. So I'm that was the other one of my favorites for Netflix. It was that and Luke. There was a lot of good stuff I've watched. Right now I'm in the middle of Troll Hunters, and that show is good. It got me interested. So I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, I've seen a lot of good stuff. It's bad because now I have a Netflix backlog. Mm-hmm. Me too. It's like my video game backlog. Yep. And it keeps growing. So they're not helping the situation, not any. But Netflix, I got to give it to you. Y'all did a great job. A big fan of all the Marvel stuff on Netflix. Big fan of some of the animations on there. Mm-hmm. Big fan of some of those other shows because My Pleasant Surprise is one that me and TR did a review of. Y'all know that one, Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Netflix. If I could get rid of cable, I would and just use y'all. I really would. But
we're getting to that point where you can almost get rid of cable. Almost. Yeah,
but right now I'm on contract, so yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, you're in contract.
So, that's how it is. So T, how about you give us your worst and best of for Netflix?
Worst of, again, nostalgia struck. And I thought I was gonna go back to 1991 or 92 and Fuller House. Ooh. Yeah.
I think I watched 2 episodes of that.
Huh?
I think I watched 2 episodes of that.
You got right on out of there, huh, bro? Because it started promising. Like I was expecting it to kind of do what the Brady Bunch movies did, which is like make fun of itself. It made fun of it and was so perfectly done. And I was expecting Fuller House to make fun of the tropes from Fuller House, but no, it tried to like still be a continuation of that show. And it's just like, like this doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, because they all old and all got kids.
Yeah, and it's trying to still use that same what do you call it? Formula.
Yeah.
And it's that formula 25 years old. It don't work no more, man. That's just not, they should have done the thing where they make fun of itself, but not too harshly, you know, and it didn't do that. It started to do that a little bit in the first episode, but it just fell back into the trap of the original formula, which is too old to work. So that is my worst of. I have a big surprise on. It is a movie from Netflix.
Okay,
and it is the Pee Wee Herman movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot that came out.
That was pretty damn good. I was really surprised. I was like, really? You're gonna go that is nostalgia that worked. Like, because it understood how to make fun of itself and still be like that weird Pee Wee Herman stuff. And Paul Rubin's like 60 years old or something.
But he still looks like it.
I heard, but what I heard is that they use some kind of some kind of facial CG stuff a little bit on him, and they and it's called, this is technology out called tape, and they basically pulled his face back to get rid of some of those wrinkles and stuff. I saw some behind the scenes stuff, and it was it was kind of creepy because they pull it back and they hide it behind his hair. It was weird.
Okay, but I'm like, when I saw the screenshots and everything, I'm like, dude, because he still had the suit. Yeah,
he looks. You know, he obviously he's older. You can tell that he's older, but he still looks like Pee Wee Herman. Like, you know, so I was really surprised by it. It was the greatest romance on television was him. I can't remember the guy's name. Is that what's his name from Walking Dead, who's played the Punisher? I felt like that was him. Some guy that looks like him. Yeah, it can't be him.
No, I don't think it was.
No, it can't be him. But it's some guy that looks kind of like him. Anyway, that was a pleasant surprise. And best, I think the one show on Netflix that, other than, I'm not going to go Stranger Things. That was our pick. We did a show about that. That would be my easy pick. I'm going to go with, because I'm watching it again right now with my wife because she didn't see it, because she watched Luke Cage and she wanted to see some of the backstory and the stuff she was missing. And I was like, Jessica Jones. And we were both watching it together. And I just really like that show. I really like it. Like, it is dark, but it's still funny and it's creepy and it's weird and perfectly cast and paced well. I love Jessica Jones, man. I thought
one of the best villains they had.
And the villain, like,
you, some of the stuff he does. I'm sorry, you agree with some of the stuff he does to some of them people. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you just do.
Yeah, you do. I mean, he is a bastard. he is a horrible. But he's the most fleshed out. To me, the most just horrible, but best villain in the Marvel universe, even though it's on the TV show. That's what they need to do with their villains on the big screen. Like, really flesh them out instead of just making them these one-note guys.
Or at the very least, put them on a Netflix show and then pull them over to the movie so it won't be as bad.
Right. You can flesh them out there. You know, they did the same thing with Kingpin too. So, yeah, man, I really like that show.
Yeah, Jessica's awesome. Jessica really is awesome.
My wife was like, "Oh, do you think she's hot?" And I'm like, "I don't think she's hot, but she's definitely attractive."
Yeah,
like she has this. Kristen Ritter has this kind of dark attractiveness to her. So
plus, she has that whole sarcastic humor thing going.
Yeah. Well, we went on that because I was making fun of her about Luke Cage. You know, like, why you want to watch Luke Cage? And all of a sudden, and it's because she thinks Luke looks good. So
let's be honest. Most of the women that watch Luke Cage would love to take him for some coffee. All right, we're just gonna go and tell you that right now.
All right. Ladies, they would love to have Jessica Jones. Yeah, hot coffee. They would love to have Jessica Jones taking pictures of her and Luke Cage.
Yeah, wouldn't be mad at that
because there'd be reasons for that. So,
and all they was going to get was some coffee.
Right.
I mean,
it's pretty obvious.
The Luke Cage show has given everybody a new use for coffee.
You got all these girls into superhero stuff now. All of a sudden,
For
I
some
wonder
reason.
what's going on.
So you tried to get them to watch Daredevil. They didn't want to watch that.
No.
They don't watch comic book stuff. But
Right.
this dude, for some reason, watch.
For some reason. Yeah, okay.
We ain't stupid. We just ain't gonna complain because we want to watch it too. But yeah, I mean, and I had to give it to Netflix. They've upped their game, so they're getting a lot of content, and it's hard to like. It's hard to keep up. So what I'm doing is just like picking out the stuff that I know I want to watch, and just trying to go through it like that. And then I'll go to the stuff that I'm maybe on the fence about after I go through the stuff I want to watch first. Because it really is like I love what they're doing because they have spoiled me now. I get full seasons, no commercials. I can binge watch if I want to, and I've been spoiled. So thank you, Netflix. You will never be I will never, get rid of your service. Trust me, I won't.
They're doing their thing. They are doing their thing.
Yeah. Now on the TV side of things, it's been an up and down year for me on the TV side of things because I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I do have a few shows that I do watch.
You're talking network, right?
Yeah, network. And here's how I'm gonna do this because as we all know, in a year's time on network television, there's the fall, the winter side usually starts at the beginning of the year, and then the fall starts the new season. So what I'm gonna do is just tell you the show that I just pretty much can't watch no more, that I've stopped watching just because I can't deal with it anymore. And that's gonna be how I deal with that, and the one that I actually like. So for me, what I can't watch anymore, I'm sorry, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I can't watch y'all no more.
Oh boy.
I can't do it, man. I tried to stick in there, but I kind of knew that because let me be honest with y'all, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comic, in my opinion, is garbage until one of the heroes show up.
Right. And that's pretty much the same for the TV show.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's like watching the CIA.
Yeah.
You watching the normal people. I mean, I want to see some superheroes. I don't care about them. So, I mean, when y'all do a mission with Wolverine, yeah, I'm all in. But y'all ain't getting Cap in there. I don't know why, but I mean, I just in this season I couldn't do it. So I couldn't do it anymore. I know some people saying like the whole the start of season 4 was Ghost Rider was off the chain, and I can see that because I did catch a couple of those episodes, but on the whole, yeah, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think Disney and Marvel, they're using that show to pay for advertisement for the movies. It's just like this is gonna be our advertisement bank. So
I can see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really feel that way. I don't think they're putting a whole lot more effort into it. In the beginning, they did a little bit more, but at this point, yeah, it's definitely unwatchable for me. So
and they're just doing stuff to get to season 5. So there can be syndication. I mean, that's all I could think of. I mean, because
that's exactly right.
I don't.
You get some syndication. That's what it's all about.
There's no point. There's just no point.
Yeah.
Like the movies really don't need you. Like even the stuff they used to do, like when they tied in the Winter Soldier, that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was awesome. The week the movie came out, there was an episode, and the week after the movie came out, opening weekend, there was an episode that tied straight in to Winter Soldier, and that was amazing. But I can't do it no more.
Poor Coulson, he should just stay dead.
Yeah, that's what they were gonna do. I mean, but then again, I should have saw that coming because of the comic. Now, my favorite show, Game of Thrones season 6. God damn,
Game of Thrones
season 6. Cersei, I hate you, but girl, you got down for yours this season.
Seriously,
you got down for yours. I mean, I was rooting you on. I hate your guts, but kill all them religious dudes.
Yeah, I hate them even worse.
One of them.
How does that show do that? Like,
I know.
Make you hate somebody, just utterly hate somebody, and just can't wait till they're dead and then make you hate the people who are hurting them. How does that work?
Yeah.
It's
So
amazing.
much so to the point where you are happy that they are getting
Yeah,
killed.
you're happy. Like what? How does it do that? The show, that's a good show.
Yeah.
That's just a testament to how good that show is.
And the writing, I got to give it to
Writing.
him on the writing. I mean, yeah, because I'm still sitting there like I was thinking about that today. I'm like, you know what? As much as I love Cersei, she got to die next season.
Yeah,
she kind of has to.
She has to,
because she done lost her rocket. Even though I understand why she did what she did, and I completely do not blame her.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Yeah, you got to die, girl, because you went a little bit overboard.
But that Hold the Door episode.
Yeah.
I was talking about that episode for like weeks after. Like it was just so well done. Episode. Yes.
That was and your boy Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
The dumbest hero.
I never would have thought he would have emerged as the guy the hero that I was gonna love. Like,
but he's still the dumbest hero I ever seen in my life. I'm like,
he's
bro,
not very smart.
You are not smart. I'm like, you're smarter than Goku, but you're still dumb.
You still do some dumb stuff. But I think they have to do that to make him relatable. You don't want some kind of brooding hero who knows everything and is too smart for his own good.
Yeah, but you don't want a brooding hero that knows nothing.
Right, but when you have that guy usually gets killed in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, basically.
So he needs to be dumb. He needs to be a little dumb.
Yeah. So yeah, Game of Thrones by far is my favorite. It was my favorite show this year. I mean, yeah, I know y'all thought I was probably gonna say Flash or something, but nah, it was Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Flash is up and down.
Yeah, it flashes up and down, but Game of Thrones, nah, they were consistent this season.
Yeah.
They were straight up consistent, even to that last episode where Cersei went off. So, had her Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation dress on, and she went to work. So, I mean, yeah, that's my stuff. What about you, T?
Favorite? That's what we're talking about. Favorite?
Yeah,
show?
favorite. Yeah,
show.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I have to go. I mean, I guess we were going Netflix or whatever, and I said Jessica Jones. I guess my overall favorite TV show is easily Stranger Things. I can't deny it, even though we talked about it before. Stranger Things is easily because, again, I'll just reiterate. For me, it felt like I was watching a show in the 80s or a movie in the 80s as a kid again.
It was Goonies all over again.
Because it was Goonies mixed with The Gate, mixed with E.T. Like, it was just perfectly the 80s. It was so authentic. And you often see stuff that tries to be an era and fails.
Miserably.
From the opening music, graphics, to, the clothing. In the area and the way the kids are the reason that show is so good, because in the 80s, maybe early 90s, but definitely in the 80s, I don't know what happened, but they were really good kid actors in movies, like really good, beyond their years good. And these kids in this show are beyond their years, really good actors. And that is rare for kids. So I think that is the main thing that makes it so authentic to the 80s for me, is that you had all these really good kid actors in it. So really good show, paced perfectly, acted perfectly. It's dark, it's funny, it's fun, it's everything, man. Stranger Things.
Yeah, that show, I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they said the magic words, man. They go on Indiana Jones on us. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. So, yeah, that was I can agree with you on that. What about one you hated?
TV show that I hated?
Yeah. It was just like they were just too inconsistent for you to carry anymore. I'm like you.
I don't really watch a lot of network TV. Again, if I watch a bad again, I guess it would have to be Fuller House because
Yeah.
that was the one show I actually thought I was going to enjoy, and I started watching, and it was just a train wreck. Like like me and my wife always make fun of. Obviously, it didn't start this year, but Two Broke Girls. Like, because we said, oh man, we miss having a sitcom. Like I grew up my whole life watching some kind of sitcom, and I just we realized we didn't have a good sitcom to watch, so we tried to watch Two Broke Girls. Like right when it started, we were going to watch it together. We watched together. We got to 4 episodes, and we're like, this is horrible. Like this is not good, not funny, and for some reason, people like that show. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
This is gonna sound very misogynist of me, but it possibly has to do with somebody's cleavage.
It might have a little something to do with that.
I'm sorry, man. She always wears something low cut. You think that stuff about to fall out?
Yeah.
All her, and she does that even in the Thor movies.
Yeah. Well, I
noticed that.
I noticed her in. I don't know how old she was though, but I'm guessing she was older than she was. But I noticed her doing that even in like 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
When she played the daughter or whatever. I'm like,
the daughter, yeah. I'm like, I don't know if it's like just wardrobe or is that's supposed to be part of the joke. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I know. I mean, she obviously she's well endowed. Like you can't hide that really.
Yeah.
But she definitely plays it up. She plays it up in that show for sure.
Yeah. To me, sometimes I think they go overboard on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not gonna sit up and pretend like I don't like it. I do like it. I love it when she in stuff. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, we just couldn't watch it because it was not funny to us, and
I stopped watching it.
It's still around.
Yeah, I've been stopped. I think I stopped watching it because the main reason why I was watching it the first 2 seasons was because of Garrett Morris.
Garrett Morris, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, dude, because I was supporting him because I was like, dude, I love that dude. That dude is funny.
Yeah, he is funny.
The show ain't.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. I just when I see that show, I'm like, that has to be the reason why it's wrong. I mean, I know that sounds misogynistic and stuff like that, and if you are offended, I do apologize. But look at what she's wearing, and you tell me if I'm lying. Y'all ladies know.
Truth is truth. I mean, yeah, I mean, if they're playing it up, and that works, good for them. Yeah. I'm not hating.
Yeah, I ain't hating because, like I told you, I'm glad they let me see it. But I'm just, at some point, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah,
there's only so many times you do that.
Yeah,
and it's just So I can agree with you on that. But all right, so since we've done that, what are you looking forward to in 2017, man? Anything of interest?
Looking forward to in 2017. I mean, there's a lot. Like I said, I think 2017 is going to be
top 3.
Okay, let's just go Wonder Woman.
Gotcha.
Thor Ragnarok.
Gotcha. Tessa Thompson, I love her.
And here's a surprise: Valerian looks awesome from Luc Besson.
Yeah, it do look awesome.
I'm worried though. I'm worried. I'm cautious. I'm cautious and optimistic. Yeah. But it looks to be very cool. So those are my quick picks.
Okay. All right. Mine is going to be Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, man, Hugh Jackman does such a good job. I sometimes I just wish that he could have got with Marvel. Mm-hmm. But he is the definitive Wolverine. So Logan, I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to Wonder Woman, not Justice League, Wonder Woman, and Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2.
I mean, it's easy. Like I said, there's so many movies coming out next year. I could have made a 10 movie list.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. So.
The ones that I know I'm going to have my tickets pre-order on Fandango before I'm taking the day off of work to go watch it.
Dang.
Are those.
Nice.
Yeah, are those. On the Netflix side is the 3 I'm looking forward to is Defenders, Iron Fist, and Punisher.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because all 3 of them are dropping next year.
That's gonna be greatness.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. 2017 should be a good year, all around as far as entertainment is concerned, in my opinion. But like I said, I have to be cautiously optimistic because Transformers is coming out too. So
Despicable 3, hopefully it comes out and redeems that horrible Minions movie, which made over $1 billion, which is disgusting.
Here's the problem: like Minions should have never been a movie.
Yeah,
they work better as in the Despicable Me movies.
It was like watching Raving Rabbits the movie. Like,
yeah,
shoot me now.
Yeah, and a lot of parents had to go see it 4 and 5 times because of their kids.
Yeah, because I mean, it is a good, stupid kids movie for sure, but it was terrible. But
yeah, so
made a lot of money. So
yeah, can't hate on that. I mean, them execs ain't. So
yeah.
But people, that does it for this fresh take. This is probably more than likely our last fresh take of the year. We will be coming back strong in 2017, more than likely after Voltron season 2 premieres. But yeah, we will see you guys next year, and we're probably gonna do some stuff live next year. So I know most of the time this year, because of timing issues, we have to do these. We can't do these live, but we'll try to make sure we try to do some of them live next year for you guys.
Yeah.
Just so y'all understand where we're coming from as connoisseurs of television entertainment and movie entertainment, because some of that stuff needs to be called out. Brian, singing your punk. But other than that, we will see you guys in 2017. T, got anything you want to add?
No, not really. I'm going to be doing a couple of list videos myself before the year ends, so look out for that. And Merry Christmas to everyone. So enjoy yourselves.
Happy holidays. Y'all be safe in the new year. If you're going out, make sure you you be responsible when you go out and all that. Make it into 2017 in one piece. So we will see you guys later. Peace out.